Yes, moving on to the next module in modern India, where we have to start with Gandhiji's ideologies and Ambedkar's ideologies that we have to discuss first. Then we will move on to the next module. So here, what is Gandhiji's Ramrajya? That concept is very important, especially in the current scenario when Ram Mandir and the discussions, debates are ongoing. Obviously, this is very much relevant to discuss what was Gandhiji's idea on Ramrajya. Okay, so here in Hindu Swaraj, so when I say Hindu Swaraj, you remember songs from the prison, the work of Gandhiji. So Hindu Swaraj is the popular work of Gandhiji. When I say Hindu Swaraj is the popular work of Gandhiji, you must know what are other works of Gandhiji. Because in the prelims they constantly ask, the literature, literary works and the authors of the literary works. That's a favorite area of UPSC in the civil service preliminary examination. So just to have an idea, my experiments with the truth that the autobiography of Gandhiji, what are other works of, literary works of Gandhiji. അത് അറിഞ്ഞിരിക്കുക എന്നുള്ളത് ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻ്റ് ആണ്. പ്രിലിംസിൽ ഒരുപാട് തവണ ചോദിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട്, ചോദിക്കാറുണ്ട്. See, there is Hindu Swaraj, which is 1909, that is by Gandhiji. Its American edition, that is Sermon on the Sea. Then Mangala Prabhada, India's Case for Swaraj, Songs from the Prison, translations of Indian lyrics made in jail, Indian State's Problem, The Good Life, Gandhi Against Fascism. Then from Erwada Mandir, Ashram Observances, Conquest of Self, Women and Social Injustice, Self-Restraint was Self-Indulgence, Gandhi Grams. These are some popular works of Gandhiji. In fact, why I say this, just look into the question here, 2021. You remember this question? You remember this question? Yes, in prelims they asked which among the following is associated with songs from prison, a translation of ancient Indian religious lyrics in English. So this is a must covered area for UPSC aspirants here. The popular literary works of these personalities of modern India. Okay, popular works of Bal Gangadhar Tilak, Aurobindo Ghosh, popular works of C.R. Das, popular works of Subhash Chandra Bose, Jawaharlal Nehru, okay, or popular works of Ambedkar, popular works of Gandhi. All these are very important for you. At least here you cover Hindu Swaraj, Sermon on the Sea, which is the American edition of Hindu Swaraj. Then Mangala Prabhada, India's Case for Swaraj, Songs from Prison, Indian State's Problem, The Good Life, Gandhi Against Fascism, from Erwada Mandir, Ashram Observances, Conquest of Self, Women and Social Injustice, see Gandhigrams. All these are some popular works of Gandhiji. Some popular works of Gandhiji. There in Hindu Swaraj, he observed what is his Ramrajya. What is Gandhiji's Ramrajya? What is Gandhiji's idea, notion of Ramrajya? See, Ramarajya, I did not mean Hindu Raj. I mean by Ramarajya, divine Raj, the kingdom of God. The kingdom of God. For me, Rama and Rahim are one and the same deity. Rama and Rahim are the one and the same deity. I acknowledge no other God but the one God of truth and righteousness. So this is something the Ramarajya of Gandhiji. Am I right? Yes, for him, yes, it did not mean Hindu Raj. It means a divine Raj, the kingdom of God. It is basically, a social ideal where the equality, fraternity, brotherhood, religious tolerance, everything is prosperity, everything is, prevail. Okay, so everything prevails. So it is Ramarajya is divine Raj, kingdom of God. For me, Rama, Rahim are one and the same deity. I acknowledge no other God but one God of truth and righteousness. Then the same year in Young India he written, whether Rama of my imagination ever lived or not on this earth, the ancient ideal of Ramarajya is undoubtedly one of true democracy in which the meanest citizen could be sure of the swift justice without any elaborate and costly procedure. Even the dog is described by the poet to have received justice under Ramarajya. Okay, so understanding the Ramarajya concept of Gandhiji, yes, which is very much relevant here and very much important here. Yes, it is an ideal society. Okay, according to him, Ramarajya is an ideal society where justice is prevailed. What is prevailed here? Where justice is Where justice is prevailed. Justice means and end should be moral. Means and end should be moral. Where everyone is treated equally. Where everyone is, justice is delivered to everyone without any discrimination. So, yes, his Ramrajya is an ideal society where justice prevails, equality prevails, okay, non-violence prevails, self-constraints prevails, okay, self-rule is there, and as moral and spiritual values prevails, trusteeship means, yes, the politicians or the bureaucrats, they are trustees of the people. They have to ensure the proper good governance, and Gandhiji, Ambedkar, all these guys believes in minimum governance here, minimum governance and maximum participation of the people. See, decentralization of the power, where this government is functioned on the grassroots level. This is not in the top end level, this is in the grassroots level, where the people, they frame the government. They are, mostly in the decision making part. Okay. So see, and the prosperity. Ramrajya is also mean prosperous state where everyone, having access to resources and these opportunities, employment, etc. So these are the basic keywords which define the Ramrajya of Gandhiji. Ramrajya of Gandhiji. So just try to understand Gandhiji's Ramrajya. Yes, it is an ideal society where justice prevails, where justice prevails, where this equality, non-violence, self-rule, moral and spiritual values, trusteeship, decentralization of power, prosperity of the state, all these elements prevail. That ideal society is Ramrajya according to Gandhiji. Okay, so what are the basic components of Gandhiji's Ramrajya? Yes, justice for all. Okay, justice for all, equality, social equality, social equality. Then it is built around non-violence here, non-violence. Then there is self-rule. There is self-rule and moral and spiritual values. People acknowledge the moral and spiritual values. Then see, trusteeship element is there. The politicians, the bureaucrats, the leaders, they are trustees. Okay, they will take care of these people's administration, and they have to care the resources, the people, and their good governance, etc. Then see, decentralization of power. Then prosperity, decentralization of power, where this administration comes down to the village level here. Okay, where administration, government comes down to village level, where the people are the decision makers, where the people are and they are in the center of the government. Okay, and also it revolves around the prosperity element. A prosperous state is Ramrajya. Okay, so these are the basic components of Ramrajya according to Gandhiji. So coming to the fact, there are some ideological differences between Gandhiji and Ambedkar. Am I right? This is again a favorite area of UPSC. They will ask you the ideologies of the popular leaders of modern India. They will also ask you the comparison of ideologies, the comparison of the values, or comparison of the teachings of great leaders of modern India. Okay, so that element is also a favorite area of UPSC. Even they asked in the mains also. Okay, Ambedkar is asked, Gandhiji is asked. Okay, these different personalities asked in their contributions, their ideologies, or maybe similarities, dissimilarities in the teachings. These are asked in the mains examination also. So coming to this particular Ambedkar versus Gandhiji, some basic understandings you should have, because we reached something around this 1920s, 1930s. No, yes, these are some popular people. They are in the picture, in the scene, when it comes to Indian freedom struggle in 1930s, 1940s. So there is Ambedkar, there is, because we already discussed Pune Pact, you remember? Pune Pact, you remember? It was an amendment to the Ramsay McDonald's communal awards. Pune Pact, it proposed separate electorate or joint electorate. Pune Pact proposed, Pune Pact, I said it is an amendment to this, Ramsay McDonald's communal awards. Communal awards, stood for that separate electorate for the depressed classes, minorities. Now here, joint electorate is an amendment, means, come on, say, joint electorate. Pune Pact is an amendment, Pune Pact is an amendment to that communal award accepted by the British government also. Instead of separate electorate, it is joint electorate, because Gandhiji strongly believed separate electorate to or communal representation to minorities or depressed classes, which is against the unity and integrity of the nation. Am I right? So he stood for joint electorate. He stood for joint electorate. There is fast unto death in the Erwada jail. Finally compromise, and there is pact, and the pact between that Ambedkar and Gandhiji, which is Pune Pact, where instead of separate electorate, what is accepted? Joint electorate, and Gandhiji's proposal was like this, for improving the status, socio-economic status of depressed classes, give more reservation, give more representation, give more reservation, give more representation. But what is accepted? Joint electorate instead of separate electorate. Am I right? So there are ideological differences, but Ambedkar strongly believed here, yes, separate electorate is need of the hour for the upliftment of the depressed classes. Not a joint electorate, separate electorate. Separate electorate is required for the upliftment of these depressed classes. So there are ideological differences between Gandhiji and Ambedkar. Ideological differences between Gandhiji and Ambedkar. Aishwarya, what do you think? Parliamentary form of government, it is a proposal, it is an advocation of Gandhiji or Ambedkar? Who advocated this parliamentary form of government? Parliamentary form of government, who was that in support of parliamentary form of government? Who favored the idea parliamentary form of government? Parliamentary form of government. Is Gandhiji's proposal or this Ambedkar's proposal? Ambedkar's proposal. So try to understand that was Ambedkar's proposal. Gandhiji had a little respect for that. Yes, the parliamentary form of the government, etc. Okay. So anyway, parliamentary form of government, that is strongly advocated by Ambedkar, where Gandhiji had a little respect to that particular concept. Then Ramrajya or Gramraj, it is a strong advocation of Gandhiji. Gandhiji believed, yes, this Ramraj. Okay, you just look into the fact. Look into the fact. Ramraj or this Gramraj, it is a proposal of Gandhiji, where the government must be, functioned at the grassroots level, where this village, where the village, the real people, they live in the village, and village is the soul of everything. And see that where this village level, participation should be there, and decision making should be done in the village level. But Ambedkar believed village is also the center of the casteism, untouchability, inequalities, and all those problems, So if the governance is done in the village level, that will be totally biased, and that will be totally discriminatory. So Ambedkar is against these Ramraj, Gramraj ideas of this Gandhiji, and Ambedkar favored that mechanization, modernization, and industrialization, etc. Okay, Gandhiji's idea is different. Then caste hierarchy. Gandhiji said nothing wrong with the caste hierarchy here. It is a utilitarian idea, or it is a functional entity. To do different jobs, different caste, it is fine. That is idea of Gandhiji. Gandhiji said untouchability is wrong. Untouchability is wrong, and the so-called mistreatment to untouchables, that is wrong. All the evils must be eradicated, that must be removed, but let the caste hierarchy continue. The higher caste, lower caste, etc. continue, because to do different jobs, different caste is required. That is just an occupational identity. But Ambedkar believed as long as this caste hierarchy continue, the so-called discriminations and untouchability and all those things will continue. Because this caste hierarchy, yes, that is the father or that is the mother of these discriminations, untouchabilities, casteism, and all kind of inequalities. So if you really want to abolish untouchability, the caste hierarchy must be abolished. That was the idea of Ambedkar. Okay, Ambedkar believed there is no need for caste hierarchy, there is no need for the caste system, and if you really wish to abolish casteism or this discriminations, untouchability, all the social evils, this must be abolished. But Gandhiji believed fight against untouchability, fight against the evil practices, but there is no need for abolishing this caste system, because it is an occupational identity. It is an occupational identity. Coming to constitutional agitation, Gandhiji, he followed different methods. We have seen there is NCM. What is NCM? Yeah, NCM is there, CDM is there, or boycott is there. You see these different extra constitutional methods followed by Gandhiji. Am I right? But Ambedkar believed agitation has to be constitutional agitation. Agitation has to be constitutional, no boycott, no non-cooperation, no CDM, he believed in that constitutional means and methods of agitation. That is idea of Ambedkar. But Gandhiji, you see that Gandhiji somewhere, he followed non-cooperation, he followed that boycotting, he followed passive resistance, CDM, etc. But Ambedkar's idea is constitutional agitation. Then minority by force or religious minority. You see, Gandhiji believed Harijans are integral part of the Hindu religion. Harijans or untouchables, integral part of the Hindu. They must be added into Hindu fold here. They must be added into Hindu fold. But Ambedkar never took such a stand here. Okay, he never took such a stand. He believed untouchables or depressed class, they must have a separate, constitutional existence here. They should have separate constitutional existence. They should have more reservation representation. They should have the constitutional privileges and rights, and they should have separate constitutional forum to exist. Okay, he never believed integration of this, untouchables into Hinduism. If that, then then again the untouchability will continue. So he was strong and rigid with his ideas. He believed this, Hinduism itself is dangerous, and he changed his religion also. In the end, you see, converted to Buddhism. Am I right? But that is not the idea of Gandhiji. Then see, untouchability as a moral stigma. According to Gandhiji, it is a moral stigma. That was not the idea of this Ambedkar, Yes, untouchability. Gandhiji believed, this mindset of the people must be changed here. Mindset of the people must be changed, and untouchables must be accepted into Hinduism. That was idea of Gandhiji. Ambedkar believed no need for that. There is no need for such kind of the things here. This is something the constitutional stand has to be taken, and they should be given more reservation, representation, separate representation, and let them fight for their rights. No Hindu is supposed to fight for the rights of the untouchables, Gandhiji said all the higher classes fight for the rights of the Dalits. Ambedkar said no need for that. Okay, let the depressed classes, Dalits, themselves fight for the rights. Okay, so these are ideas of this. These are ideas of Ambedkar, and Gandhiji even enter the temples here. Enter the temples, you see that Gandhiji and this like Ambedkar both believed in entering the temples. But Ambedkar's stand was something different. Temple entry ennu parayunnathu endondana? കല്ലും മണ്ണും പുല്ലും എല്ലാ സാധനങ്ങളും ഒരുക്കി സെറ്റാക്കുന്നത് അൺടച്ചബിൾസ് ആണ്, ലോവർ ക്ലാസ് ആണ്, ശരിയല്ലേ? കല്ലുണ്ടാക്കുന്നതും അല്ലെങ്കിൽ മണ്ണ് കുഴച്ച് ഇഷ്ടിക ഉണ്ടാക്കുന്നതും അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഈ പറഞ്ഞ അതിനെ കൂട്ടിക്കുഴയ്ക്കുന്നതും അല്ലെങ്കിൽ അതിൻ്റെ പണിയെടുക്കുന്നതും അമ്പലം ഉണ്ടാക്കുന്നതും എല്ലാം അൺടച്ചബിൾസ് ആണ്, ലോവർ കാസ്റ്റ് ആണ്. സോ ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് ദർ ലെജിറ്റിമേറ്റ് റൈറ്റ് ടു എൻ്റർ ഇൻ ടു ദ ടെമ്പിൾസ്. അത് സ്പിരിച്വൽ ലൈൻസിലോ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ വേദാന്ത ലൈൻസിലോ ഒന്നുമല്ല. ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് മൈ റൈറ്റ്, ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് മൈ റൈറ്റ്. കാരണം അമ്പലത്തിൻ്റെ കല്ലും അമ്പലത്തിൻ്റെ മണ്ണും അമ്പലത്തിൻ്റെ പുല്ലും അല്ലെങ്കിൽ അമ്പലത്തിൻ്റെ സർവത്ര സാധനങ്ങളും ഉണ്ടാക്കുന്നതും പണി കഴിപ്പിക്കുന്നതും ലോവർ കാസ്റ്റ് ആണ്. അതുകൊണ്ട് ലോവർ കാസ്റ്റിന് എന്തുണ്ട്? ലെജിറ്റിമേറ്റ് റൈറ്റ് ടു എൻ്റർ ദ ടെമ്പിൾസ്. Okay, both believed in entering the temples, but the idea of, entering temples of Ambedkar, that is totally, the reason for entering into temples for untouchables in, that of Ambedkar, that is different from Gandhiji. So they have some different ideas here. They have some different ideas. Non-violence, extreme non-violence preferred by Gandhiji, but a little bit, relative non-violence that is preferred by this Ambedkar. They have different ideas. Then these Vedic scriptures, not accepted by this Ambedkar, and Gandhiji said nothing wrong with the Vedic scriptures, accepting Vedic scriptures. Okay. Then again you see that foreign cloth burning, Manusmriti burning. Foreign cloth, Gandhiji conducted bonfire of foreign clothes as part of the non-cooperation, boycott, CDM, etc. We have seen there is bonfire of foreign cloth here. Gandhiji done that bonfire of foreign cloth. Then Ambedkar done that bonfire of Manusmriti, or he conducted burning that Manusmriti. Okay, both are not from a sentimental, emotional point of view. That must be judged from, yes, a fight against enslavement, a fight against confinement, fight against enslavement, fight against confinement, according to Biban Chandra. You see, then education, both proposed education. Education is the best solution to address all these evils, or to overcome all these evils or evil practices of the society. So both promoted modern education. Then limited sovereign. Both believed limited government. Okay, give more participation, representation, freedom to the people. Okay, power of the state also must be limited. Then relative violence. I mean, little bit of violence is okay for achieving your ends, Then see egalitarian, both proposed that egalitarian society where everyone enjoys equality, equal space, equal access, equal power, or equal rights. Okay, such a society is proposed by both Ambedkar and this Gandhiji. So understanding these personalities is also important in this contest because we reached around 1935. Am I right? We are entering into Government of India Act 1935. 1934 CDM is cancelled. No, CDM is second phase of CDM was a failure. Before they could build up the mass tempo, this British government, you see that arrested leaders, put in the jail and suppressed this, CDM movement, etc. Now cancelled, and next step was obviously that was the passage of an act which is 1935 Act. So in this context, understanding the ideologies of Gandhiji and Ambedkar, which is very much important. You should know how they differed to each other in their ideologies. Okay, but many similarities are also there. Many similarities are also there. That you please take care. Shall we move on? Yeah, good.